Hey, how's it going? So I'm gonna show you how to use CDN in React. So sometimes they give you like a framework that is quite old and you don't have any npm install, you only have the CDN scripts. Alright, so I'll show you how to actually make it work in React even though you don't have npm install. Okay, so I'll go from the beginning. Actually, I'm just gonna save this. 1 second. Okay, so we go from the beginning. So you will need useEffect because useEffect kind of acts as a function that on document ready, because a lot of them require your document to be ready, so useEffect kind of does that. Okay, so I'm gonna link this in the description below so you can follow this process, right? So you follow the same thing. The only difference is this container you can do inline styling, right? So there's the container, ID is container, and then this is inline styling. Everything else is exactly the same. Okay, so what are they saying? Put the CDN into... So that's this part. Put the CDN. Now they are slightly incorrect in here because you have to create source and then put the script into it. So this is going to look like this. You go into so that's going to be your create React app. You go to public index and you put it into your head tag, you see. Now in there they want you to do it this way. Honestly, I've never seen stuff like this. Normally you do it through source like this, and it's better to put it at the end. Okay, so once this is done, you basically have access to this AnyChart inside of your window object. Remember this concept, window object. So if we go into our create useEffect, right? Look, window, you look at the window and you will see that we have AnyChart inside of this object now. There it is, you see, there's AnyChart. So every time you put any type of CDN into your HTML, well, in here basically, every time you put some CDN in here, it will be part of the window object. And then from there you can just follow the guide, because all you're doing is just using that object, effectively speaking, right? So what did it tell you? Put the data. We've done the data. What did it say next? AnyChart on document ready. So we're gonna replace this with the useEffect because it's the same, right? Now, what did it say next? So create a const tree data, AnyChart data tree. Okay, so we're gonna do that as well. Okay, so okay, well, let's do it exactly as they say. Okay, so let's do const, oops, tree data, oops, data equals to, so here you have to access this. Now they're saying do it through AnyChart, but we're doing it through window AnyChart, right? because it's inside the window. So we're gonna put data into it as tree. Okay, when TypeScript starts complaining like this, you can just do this basically. As any, then you do not have to declare any modules. Otherwise it's going to infinitely complain basically about this stuff. Still complaining? Yeah, in that case you're better off doing this const window chart equal to, oh whoopsie, no, we don't need to do this. I'm trolling. I'm trolling because any chart already exists. It's complaining about window. Yeah, so we need to change window as any, I think, like this, and then it will stop complaining, I think, right? Yeah. Now, because otherwise you're gonna have to create a global module and declare it as it's some kind of type. Like this is just inline style TypeScript, right? But you don't have to do it because you're probably doing it via JavaScript. Okay, so tree data we have created. Now they want us to create variable. Well, I'll do it exactly as they are doing. Okay, var chart equals window. Again, we do the same thing. Window as any dot any chart dot tree map. Oh, whoopsie. Tree map, and then we want to put tree data into it. So I'm doing this part here. Now chart.title we don't probably need. So now they want us to bind the chart to a container. Okay, so we want to do chart dot container, and then they want us to draw chart dot draw. Okay, so I think that should work now. Yeah, there you go, it's working. Okay, so in your one you will probably have two charts, right? Most likely you're gonna have two charts. That is because you need to remove here you probably have something like this, React strict mode. Now React strict mode does everything twice, so this is why you're gonna have something like this, and this is going to happen only in development mode. So when you shift your code to production, I mean you go live with your code, it's on a server, it's already hosted, this will not be a problem because React strict mode only works in development. Okay, so if you remove it, this will be fixed, right? Okay, the final problem you're gonna have is every time you change something about the chart, or you re-render, or you change some kind of state. Let's change this to 400, so this will re-render. You will have additional charts appearing, you see? So you click some kind of a button, anything that re-renders will create a new chart because we are using useEffect to trigger the draw chart. You can use the document ready function as well, it will still have the same problem because this is React. You have to remember, this is React. It will redraw the canvas. So to eliminate that, you can put a state. So let's do const chart has been drawn, and then set chart has been drawn. So React use state false. So we put this as a dependency. As soon as the chart has been drawn, we want to skip all of this code. right? So this is what we do. We put this thing if this thing is true, we want to just return, just exit out of the function. Or if this thing is false, i.e. first time it loads or re-renders, we want to set this to, so right now it's false. So what happens? First time it loads, this is not true. So it is going to draw, it's going to execute this code. And at the end of this code, we're going to change this to true. Because you see, as soon as this thing triggers, we want chart has been drawn to be true. Because this code has been executed. Right? So now every time you do something, you re-render, you restart the page, whatever you want to do, it will look at the code. Is the chart drawn? Yes. Do not execute this part. If it's not drawn, execute this part. So now you will have single chart, right? And then when you make any changes, let's just make the change back to, I don't know, let's do 320, right? You will see that it's not drawing the chart again. Oh, what is it doing? Sorry for it, it's like a little bit, I'm using Ubuntu and sometimes it lags a little bit like this when I'm doing recordings. I don't know, it's some kind of bug. So you see, like, okay, so now it's 300, let's change it again, and you will see that it's not actually drawing again, right? So this will change, you see, and we don't have like 5 charts, we only have 1. And again, that's because of this logic here. Okay? Take care, bye-bye. Oh, just summary. So every time you put CDN into your Create React app, you can access it through window object. And you can see it in here. We just need to wait a bit until the Chrome kicks in, you know. Yeah, so you see there's your window, you put your CDN into it, and there's your any chart. It's in here. Okay? And that's it. Take care, bye-bye.